The pandemic has made Tesla has really solidified its leadership when it comes to the EV space.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So, it's official. Tesla stock has split. On Friday, if you had one share of Tesla, today you have 5. As I record this, Tesla stock is up over 8%. Who knows how that will shake out towards the end of the day. I'm not suggesting it's going to stay up or that it's going to be down. But right now, as I record this, it seems like there's a lot of excitement around the stock. And obviously, the retail investors who haven't had enough to buy Tesla stock in the $1,000 or $2,000 range are now entering the stock at a much more affordable $400-ish. Even this guy, whose average buy price now is about $60 a share, is still buying. Yes, I've been buying Tesla stock today at all-time highs. Why? I still think in 2030 this is going to look ridiculously cheap. So, I'm buying. Naturally, such an important event in the stock market has caused a great deal of coverage on the mainstream finance media networks. So in this video, we're going to look at what they're saying today and I'll add a few comments where I think it's relevant. Let's dive in. But first, hey guys, if you're in the US and you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account and fund it with $100, you get 2 free stocks, one of them valued up to $1,400. The WeBull offer expires at the end of this month, August. Yes, it's your last chance to take advantage of the 2 free stocks offer. And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Let's take a look at shares of Tesla. When you probably last checked on them, if you checked on them on Friday, you said, wow, they're trading at 21.33, 21.37, whatever it is. Oh no, the split adjustment has gone through, and starting today, they will trade on a split adjusted level. There you see the price pre-market up a little under 3%, $455 a share. When you look at what's happening with Tesla, this will have people saying, okay, you had a heck of a run up over the last 3 weeks since they announced that they were going to be doing a 5-for-1 split. What are the catalysts to look forward to? And there are really 3 that are going to come out over the next month and a half. First of all, September 22nd is the battery day. A lot of people focused on whether or not Elon Musk announced such a major advancement that people will say it further enhances the advantage that Tesla has when it comes to batteries over other electric vehicles.
There's absolutely no question that Battery Day could potentially be a hugely positive catalyst for Tesla's stock price. But if history is anything to go by, if we're being honest here, the mainstream finance media, Wall Street analysts, and plenty of retail investors may in fact end up scratching their head not knowing what the fuck they've just seen and not grasping the implications. Case in point, the Cybertruck unveil in November 2019, or Tesla's Autonomy Day even prior to that. The market reaction over those incredibly important, profound events, stock goes down. Why? I don't understand what I just saw. I don't get it. So, just be mindful, this is a possible outcome after Battery Day. Even though there is no question Tesla has very positive news to tell us, that does not mean the stock is going to react positively. So just keep that in mind.
October 1st to the 3rd is when we get Q3 deliveries. We'll see if they're on track to make their goal of at least 500,000 deliveries this year. And then in late October, early November, that's when we get their Q3 financials being reported.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. I might whisper this. I don't want anyone to hear. Ready? Psst. So, I really like to make claims about the future before the future happens. Because when I'm right, it gives me extra credibility. So you ready for some predictions? Tesla is going to blow everyone away with Q3 delivery numbers and blow everyone away with Q3 financial results. Profitability, cash on hands, everything, okay? Mark my words, this will be here to clip in 2 months when I'm right. And one positive catalyst that was not mentioned here, of course, S&P 500 inclusion. I suspect we'll hear something about that within a week or so.
Take a look at Tesla versus the S&P 500, and I'm showing you this since August 11th. That is, and you know what the S&P 500 has done since then. It started moving a little bit higher. Oh, but Tesla up 61% since they announced the stock split on August 11th.
And this is precisely why I don't invest in index funds. Sure, I potentially take on some additional risk, but I mean, when those types of returns are possible, and look, I'm not suggesting that you're going to get these types of returns consistently, but in my case, pretty much all in on Tesla, got that result. This is exactly why I do not invest in typical index funds, because I do not want average returns.
So first, let's get down to these stock splits. Are you pro these stock splits? Do you think they have the potential to move Tesla and Apple even higher?
Yeah, I do. I think this was a smart move by the companies and the board. And ultimately, I believe there's going to be more stalwarts that follow. And I think right now they're just in a position of strength. And if you see what's happening in terms of the market, of course, in the EV side for Tesla and then Apple going into a super cycle, I think this was the smart move at the right time in terms of a stock split. And I view it as putting more sort of gasoline in the tank in terms of these stocks moving higher.
All right, these are two of the biggest tech names out there. Is there more room for tech to run? I mean, have we hit the peak of the COVID economy, or do you see investors putting more money in these big tech names?
Yeah, I believe that especially FANG and overall tech could move another 20% higher over the next 6 to 9 months. And even though the haters are going to continue to hate, I think the fundamentals and the re-rating continues to be there in tech stocks.
Is this all animal spirits, the stock split, retail investors that are going to move these stocks higher, or are there other fundamental reasons why people should invest?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's going to be a piece of the puzzle that we're seeing in terms of retail. But the big thing here is just the fundamentals. And in terms of Tesla, in the EV market right now, it's Tesla's world and everyone else is paying rent. China's worth $400 a share. You see deliveries ahead expectations for 3Q. And that's why even though the stock split's going to be the headline, it speaks to a broader issue here that the strong are getting stronger. And obviously these are two names front and center.
Dan Ives absolutely nails it there. The strong are getting stronger. Now, I'm actually going to bring up the WeBull app and show you my paper trading stock portfolio. So these are not real numbers. This is not real money. But during the pandemic, everybody was DMing me comments, oh my God, what do I do? I want to sell anything, blah, blah, blah. Rather than responding to people individually and saying, calm the fuck down, honey. Instead, I actually decided to start a paper trading stock portfolio with $1 million of pretend money just to show that if something like this happened and I had $1 million sitting around, the types of companies that I would be investing in. I actually went all in on Tesla during this period. I literally only bought one stock, lots of it, Tesla. However, in my paper trading stock portfolio, I was a little bit more diversified just to make a point. So I'll bring up those returns and you guys can see for yourselves how I did. Now, I'm not here to brag. I'm not saying, oh, look how smart I am. I just want to exemplify a point. Look at each of these companies or these stocks. All revolve around disruptive innovation and tech. The exponential growth of technology, big data, artificial intelligence, the core of their business. These are the types of companies I'm always interested in investing in because they're recession-proof, they're COVID-proof, they're future-proof. These are the companies that are going to get an outsized share of the market in the future because they're doing things better, faster, smarter.
So, Dan, right now I'm using my Neuralink to Google the fact that Battery Day is coming up. I'm joking. How big of an impact will that have on Tesla stock? Where do you see that taking the stock?
Well, I think Battery Day is really going to be a game changer for Tesla because I think we're expecting the 1 million mile battery as well as even just more price parity that they're going to announce even a third-party supplier. And I think there's a lot of anticipation for that because ultimately EV, you have competition across the board domestically and globally. It comes down to battery technology and brand. That's the differentiation of Tesla. And that's why it's really been almost a Teflon-like model in this COVID pandemic where you're seeing other automakers continue to suffer.
I have to give massive credit to Dan Ives here. He's become one of the more informed analysts on Wall Street. And I mean, pretty low benchmark, I get that. But even so, Dan's really got the finger on the pulse now and he's talking about the things that matter to Tesla's future. Most analysts still are like, I don't understand. Dan's like, well, hang on a minute. They got batteries, China's going great, etc., etc., etc. So, Dan, I'm doing well, mate.
Tesla stock is also rising this morning as the market gears up for the company's 5-for-1 stock split set to become official. Yahoo Finance's Ines Ferre is here with those details. And as it feels though we've been watching the stock go up in a straight line the past few months. Why? Because it has.
Oh, completely, especially after the stock split was announced on August 11th. The stock is up more than 45% since that announcement. This stock split has been so anticipated. So on Friday, the stock closed at $2,213.40. The now adjusted price is $442.68. You can see in pre-market, it's up about 0.2%. It had been up more than 1% earlier in pre-market. The stock split doesn't change anything fundamentally for the company, for the valuation. It's seen mostly as cosmetic. It's seen as a way for a wider range of investors to get a piece of Tesla, to be, especially retail investors, which are so important for Tesla, which is really known as a sort of cult stock. And as I mentioned, the stock has rallied since this announcement, but it's also rallied throughout the whole year. I mean, you had a better than expected quarter. You have speculation of inclusion into the S&P 500. And really, analysts have raced to re-rate this stock. You just had Jefferies recently that put a price target, a street high of 2,500 on the stock. You had Wedbush's Dan Ives, which I know will be on the show later on. His bull case is 3,500 on the stock. His regular price target is 1,900. He just came out with a note this morning on an adjusted basis that would be 380 for the price target with a bull case of 700. And really the thesis that many of the bulls for Tesla use is saying this is not just an automobile company. This is a tech company talking about their battery, the battery day that is expected to come in September, the possible announcement of a 1,000,000-mile battery. You have the autonomous software.
Whoa, hold up there. Did you guys hear that? Mainstream finance media, Yahoo Finance, just talked about the autonomy piece of the puzzle when talking about Tesla and implied that they're not an automotive manufacturer. There's more to the story. I really want to stress just how important this is. The mainstream finance media, the narrative out there has changed from Tesla's an automotive manufacturer, their valuation makes no sense, what the fuck, to wait a minute, they make batteries, they might supply batteries, now they're also talking about the autonomy component. Guess what's next? Eventually, anyway, they're going to figure out that Tesla's going after energy and that the energy piece of the puzzle is even bigger, even more important than everything else combined. Might take them a while, but hey, this is progress. This matters.
And one analyst from ARK Invest last week had just said, look, the pandemic has made Tesla has really solidified its leadership when it comes to the EV space. It's a closely watched stock, Brian.
And worth noting, too, this cult of Tesla has spread throughout the electric vehicle space. We saw with the Xpeng IPO last week. We continue to see it with NIO, and of course, we continue to see it with Nikola.
There's definitely validity into the idea that some of this euphoria and excitement around Tesla is now spilling over into companies like NIO, Xpeng, and Nikola, no question. And while I personally have absolutely zero interest in investing in these young, unproven companies at this stage, I do want to leave you guys with a question. In 2030, who do you think is going to be the dominant player in electric vehicles, in autonomous vehicles, in energy generation, storage, and distribution? Let me know in the comments. Will it be Tesla, or is it going to be one of these new startups? What do you think? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, and this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake. The WeBull offer of 2 free stocks is ending this month. Yes, the offer is ending. Last chance to get 2 free stocks with WeBull using the link in the description. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you get a free stock with Stake, also using the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.